Every little girl needs to have a horse. Every old little girl needs to have a horse. Every time I look out my window, I can see one, and I can look the other way and I see the other one. And it's just such a gift to be able to just be in their presence. And I just tell myself it's a difference between a regular life and an extraordinary life, and how lucky can I be to be with them. Hi, my name is Bonnie. This is my tiny horse home, and we're in Ravensdale, Washington. The size of the house is 8 by 34. I took delivery in October of last year, and I purchased it from Seattle Tiny Homes. I currently live with my husband part-time in my tiny home. It's in a 13-acre property owned by my trainer, Adina Johnson, and my horses board here, so I'm able to be close to them. My horse over there is Bodhi, also known as Bodhi Senior. My baby horse is over there. Prince is his formal name, and my husband's horse is Lucky. The reason why I got this tiny home is mainly because I wanted to be closer to my boys, so I'm able to hang out with them anytime. I'm able to walk them, groom them, ride them. I can do it all here. I'd like to invite you into my tiny home. Hi, welcome to my tiny home. This is about 300 square feet. The reason why we picked this model was because the size was just right. The other ones were too big. The other models were too tiny, so this was just right. When we first purchased the tiny home, we had no idea about how it would look, how it would feel. But when we started the planning of the house with Seattle Tiny Home, we were able to pick all the furnishings, all the cabinets, and the fixtures, color, type, anything we wanted. And there's so much space. In fact, none of these are even fully utilized. I was pleasantly surprised at how much you can store, and I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Everybody stinks sometimes, and sometimes in surprising places. Introducing Lumi Deodorant, a whole body deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. We're talking boobs, belly buttons, butt cracks, and more. It was invented by OBGYN Shannon Klingman and is clinically proven to block body odor all day and continues controlling BO for 72 hours. It comes in many handy forms, including a solid stick, cream, spray, and wipes. I'm loving my Lumi because of how gentle it is on my skin while giving me the confidence to go from the garden to the grocery store without stress. It doesn't stain my clothes and comes in 8 different truly lovely scents like Vanilla Bliss. Ready to stop odor before it starts? Lumi's starter pack bundle is a great deal for new customers. It comes with a full-size stick deodorant, a cream deodorant tube, or spray deodorant, 2 free products like wipes or a mini body wash, and free US shipping. And just for our followers, Lumi is offering an extra $5 off when you click the link in the description below or enter the code tinyhouse at checkout. What a deal! That's over 40% off.
I picked the farmhouse sink, which makes washing our dishes so much easier because there's so much space here. And it's a great addition to our kitchen. And here's our pantry, our mini pantry here. I was able to pick our microwave and our full stove here and oven. Our fridge here. Again, because it's a tiny home, everything is just within your reach. Our rice cooker and our air fryer, and just have our simple meals for the 2 of us and our friends. I am not really a cook. So my husband enjoys cooking here. So once our meals are prepared, we have our space here to enjoy in that countertop there. As we move down at the back of the kitchen here to my right, we have a stackable washer dryer. And if we step back, is our bathroom. I have a shower and a tub, and my toilet, which is the regular conventional toilet. There were other options, but I picked that. And I also have my soaking tub, which I love, because after a long day hanging out with the horses and smelling like one, I can soak in my tub and enjoy. One thing I love about my bathroom is this door. Behind this wall is extra storage where I can put my toiletries. So it's really all compact. There's so much more extra space like this. I love this vanity here. I hope you're loving it the way I do. I turned 63 this year. I work part-time as a banker. I grew up in the Philippines. Every summer, there's this summer capital they call Baguio City. So we'd go up there every summer and we'd ride horses for 14 days, just straight, every day, just keep on riding. No training, just get on the horse. So that sparked my love. We kept on doing it till about 12 years old. When COVID happened, I got back into horses. I met my current trainer now, and she introduced me to horses in a way that she taught me how to care for them. So that was a different approach to it, and I fell in love with just being around them and what they can give to me, because they give me more than anything. When she bought the property about a couple years ago, always toyed with the idea of, I want to live close to them. She says, why don't you look at tiny homes or park models or what? I said, what's that? Then she goes like this. I broached the idea to my husband and he was against it. So I found Todd of Seattle Tiny Homes. I planned a visit to his location here in Duval. And I told my husband, we're just going to look. We're just going to look. He's an engineer, so he's very conservative in thinking, a planner. This was not part of his plan. Maybe he loves me, maybe he got tired, but he's loving this home too. And I'm grateful for that. And up to the left is the loft, which we use for family, friends, whoever wants to come visit, welcome to stay here. And if you notice, the artwork is made by my best friend, Cheyenne Hawkins. I commissioned her to paint one of my horses. This is the painting of Bodhi, my heart horse, my first horse. The other painting is of my baby. So I just love to have her pieces in my home, all the things that I love in one place. On the other side of the house is my living room. While I was looking for a couch for this small space, I had a couch in my basement, which all my kids used for their college couch. So it was plain white canvas, so I asked my friend Cheyenne to paint it for me, and it just fits perfectly. This is my favorite spot, because when I look out here, I can see baby over there, I can see Bodhi over there, and the other horses. They look at me and I look at them. This lamp I hand carried from my last trip to Turkey. However, I found out that you can buy it in Amazon. But I love just an explosion of color. Makes me feel happy, makes my heart happy. The tiny home comes with an option to get a mini split and the fan, which we picked. And this one is a wonderful thing because it heats up the place, and then it's AC also during the summer. There is another loft back here, but you have to climb it using this. So it's a bit riskier for older people like me, but I use it as storage mainly. That's another plus. It's wonderful to have that space there just for extra storage and keep things organized. And right behind me is the primary bedroom. It was important for us to have a bedroom on the ground floor just because it blended into the space and it was easy to get in and out of. The storage area is also very spacious, so we were able to utilize a lot of this. I feel that this room is so cozy, especially because it's of a smaller dimension, but it's such a gift when I'm able to look out and see my horses just as I open my eyes every morning and hear the trains when they come. I sleep so well at night and I just love it. This tiny house has definitely best and only option to be able to live with the horses, because otherwise, what would my other option be was to put them in a boarding barn, go home to my regular house, and then come back again the next day, but not have that feeling of really living with them. And this tiny home really gives me that opportunity. It's my home. It really is my home. Every other week, I can spend 3 nights here. And then on the other week, I can spend about 2. It's a pretty big chunk of time. All my horse things are here, and all my other life stuff is in the other house. And I'm not ready yet. I have too much stuff. I have to get rid of that. I used to be a shopper. I would shop for my fancy clothes. When this happened, I said, okay, that's not important anymore. This is. I have to contribute to the horses. So no more shopping. So my pay goes directly to boarding them. The tiny house cost about $160. So we paid for it in cash. Again, I told my husband, please, please. So he took out his 401. He paid for it out of his retirement. He loves it now. And I took part of my retirement to buy my baby. So my retirement is running around there in the pasture. They're very intelligent. They can read you. They're very honest. They will tell you how they feel. They can read us. As the minute we walk into their pasture, they know how we feel. So we have to leave everything out the door. We have to be present for them all the time. They are there. They're present for us. I never had any bad mood when I came. I always would come here just in awe and grateful for the opportunity just to walk in and hang out with them, groom them. Because grooming is important. That's where we know if they're well, size each other, how the day is going, you know. So it's really a relationship. I ride them, but I hang out with them a lot. I sing to them. I read to them.
Thanks for stopping by Tiny House Expedition. I'm Alexis.
And I'm Christian, and this is our DIY tiny house on our homestead in Oregon.
Looking for more tiny inspiration? Watch these videos. But if you're looking for something specific, visit our channel homepage to browse tiny homes by category.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Hope to see you soon.